Alright. Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa here. Let's do our first fast trial. Well, I guess investigation first, then a fast trial. But yeah. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she's really dead. There's nothing else to say. She was gone. I have no why you bothered to check. After those injuries, after losing that much blood, frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a sec. She's dead? That means everything that's as far as real? It's real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real?
Let me out of here!
Oh, somebody save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You're just accepting that now? Alright, let's start Giri.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sori's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the court decides to destroy evidence, we're pretty much screwed. In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like you having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look over the crime scene. Well, no. We can't just let it leave him there alone. What the hell not?
Talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Fuck you! Fine, I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem. The two-bear co-op based defense for the two of them. Their stats are totally OP. His voice keeps changing, but I don't know how to do his voice, so... Oh well. Since we won't be able to investigate, help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Anybody else we can talk to? Literally everybody. I'm gonna do Celestial Lumberberg first. So you finally noticed. Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file you received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting where Sakia died? She died in Makoto Storm. Well, she's right! Then could it be? At once Zoro's gaze turned to me. Hold on, wait a sec, you've got it wrong. For just one night I traded rooms with her. I did that because she was afraid. Yeah, this is a terrible excuse. You expect us to believe that? Tell us the truth. Looking at his eyes had done a complete 180 just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear has returned. In other words, you think I did it. Are we done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. You need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sakia. We have to collect clues and form a foundation, then construct an argument to come into a final decision.
So...
If we get this wrong, well, do I not say anymore? No, I would rather you didn't. Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I would be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before he realized it. Oh, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better see the crime. Yes,
hey,
that's
damn
right. Let me just say this right now. Whoever son of a bitch did disappear right now, and they think they're gonna destroy the evidence.
Dead.
They better not find him. I'll skip the trial and kill the goddamn skull myself. I'll seriously fuck him up. Lena's deadly words hang in the air. He and whatever. Sakura. He and Sakura ran off. But I mean, we're not detectives or anything. you know? And are you really gonna investigate a murder? Especially that Kirigiri girl. Like, there's no way she is a good detective at all. Like, what are we supposed to do here? Like, how do we even do something like that? You just don't have to do anything in particular. I know who killed Sakia. You've been implying.
Very
it was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. They're getting closer. Who are you gonna kill next? Well, yeah, I mean, she is just a novel writer. You know, she's never seen a dead body before.
So,
yeah. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto is guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check. Just check. Even if I want to, I could help investigate. Why not? Not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse of it and I black out. Well, whatever. I don't think anyone's expecting much of you anyway. Alright, I guess better get going. Wait, don't go, you have to hear me out. Well, it's pointless, I'm already left. And their parting looks at me had still filled me with suspicion. Does everyone think I'm a killer? I turn out like this. Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise everyone will...
Execution is execution. Electric chair. Poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out... I don't think Monaco would want it to turn out that way, because that's a very boring... It's a very boring game. It's only one kill and everyone dies, but that's fine. That's fine, we really did it. We really killed Sakia. Alright. Guess I should look through the Monokuma file. The victim is Sakia Mazzuino. Time of death is estimated around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All of his chest, the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. But we have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. So we have to find the truth. So that we can all survive. And for Saki, I have to find out how she was killed. Alright, got our first truth bowl here. Guess we talk to Chihiro, see what she has to say. Are you gonna help investigate Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. No way. I seriously don't want to die here. I'll pay you. God, Mother of Earth. God of Space. Kidnapped you. Help me. I don't care who it is. Just gotta get me out of here. Hero does prepare to do any kind of investigating right now, or ever. Alright. I guess let's go to the scene of the crime. Yep. So I have a room where Sakia's corpse still remained. If I examine the stateroom a little closer, that might reveal something new. Like the fact this gold sheath's on the ground from the replica sword we got. Does that mean he was using the attack somehow? And plus, the sword's been taken out, so it's just a sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made of something sharp. But how did the sheath get scratched in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to have been damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratch marks in the sheath? I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but... Oh, there's a lint roller here. Huh. Look at the lint roll. It looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sakia see my room as my dirty room inside to clamp a little? Yeah, we'll go with that, not the gold in the sheath. Scratch marks on the wall. There's scratch marks gouges on my wall in bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right in the other room until I heard something. But that would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. Something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this is another way of Monokuma's strategies for creating the ideal scene for murder. Evan's struggle isn't added to the truth while at school. What about my toolkit? Has that been used at all? I think it has. Nope, it hasn't been used at all. Okay. Which makes sense, it's mine, and I didn't have any reason to open it. Can't imagine a situation where I would need a toolkit like this. Yeah, seriously.
What?
Oh, Mondo.
What?
Exactly. Maybe building a fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then?
What?
No, just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. I haven't talked about this yesterday. None of the guys open their toolkits yet, because, like, what the hell would we have? Alright. God, everything needs investigating. Sure, we want the room key. Canagram's my name on it. It's my room key. Remember correctly. Yeah, gave it to Sayaka. And we should switch keys too, because of course we did. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. Wait, if that's true then, how did the killer get in the room in the first place? Could Sayaka forgot to lock in the automatically locking door? I mean, they don't automatic lock. I thought they did. Oh well. Regardless, I go the same for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
If I'm absolutely sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, it's going to be switching.
After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten lock it, or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and then someone else grabbed it or something. That's not possible either. Sako's here when we switch rooms. And how scared of us she wouldn't have gone walking around. She couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... I mean, there are more scratch marks, but is this different than the other dialogue? It is not.
Well.
Nope. And I skipped too fast. Alright.
Well.
What's Kirigiri have to say? Hey, Kirigiri. I quite called your name while investigating the area, but...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully
Did you
inspecting
lose
every
a
inch of the room.
contact or something?
I don't know exactly what she's doing, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. For a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up,
Listen.
straight and said,
Are you a clean freak?
No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around her room one more time.
Interesting.
What's interesting? But the fact that, you know, someone rolled the entire room trying to clean up the glitter from the sheath?
Just suspected. There's something very unusual about your room.
Unusual?
So-
What do you mean?
I searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find a single strand of hair.
Indeed.
Really?
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you. Even though you've been living here.
You know, I mentioned, I noticed something while I was looking around here before. It looked like my lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roll without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean.
Was it Sakya, or
Well?
the killer?
That's the question, isn't it? I think it's pretty bloody obvious. But, you know, You're just stupid, Makoto. Makoto's room glanced at truth bullet. Cool. Investigate the door. Expect Mondo first.
By the way,
Yeah. You know, I realized if someone else was guard duty, the killer could come and start some evidence before I found the body, right? The trash can here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, it's
you son of a
possible.
bitch!
That dirty bastard.
Shit.
Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum and deserves death.
You're
That's what
fucking
Bart
dead.
So, if I was some bitch that did this, I'll pound his goddamn face in. But what if it's a girl that did this?
Yo,
I can start out when time comes. Well, I can't look at my trash can, but we'll go to the incinerator later. And from Sakuya, or Sakura, however you say her name. After this chapter, I might learn how to say her name, because, you know, the other person with the nearly identical spelling of her name won't be in the game anymore, so... Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? I tried to make assumptions like that. I simply do not know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I'll follow your lead. I see. Alright, let's, to the door. I can check other spots later. What else is there? Oh, I guess the sword, right? This is what the sword I brought back for self-defense. Doesn't mean it was using attack somehow, and plus, you just take it out of its sheath. I actually hadn't looked at the blade until now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off on parts of the blade and handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of coating. I remember the coating sticks to you, even if you touch it a little bit. What's this? Oh, no pet stir, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Okay. Can I look in the bathroom yet? I can. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up right now. Force yourself to push my panic down. I stepped in the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her. Sakuya. At once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why did Sakuya have to die? I have to incur the truth. I find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Alright. I looked past Sakuya to the wall behind her, and there I saw the numbers 11037. Weird for her to write her phone passcode on the wall. I'm not sure why, she dragged, like, the top of the one to the bottom of the one there. Kinda weird, Someone might mistake that for an N or something. But who would do that? Did Sakuya do this? I mean, he's written right next to her own blood, so I would assume so. Alright, anything else like that? I told myself I couldn't face what I saw, but there's no time to think about that. I pulled my Kunfa to verify what it said about her body. Some sharp object has been thrust into her stomach, and there must have been killing below. Where they tried to use to kill her, where did they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. According to the Monku file, Sakuya's right wrist is broken. Wrist does look to have swollen and bloody, that's for sure. There's a sort of glitter on their wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on her left index finger. But that's it. Palms of her fingers are totally spotless. How come only her left finger? I mean... Stab in the stomach is what killed her, so... when she broke her wrist... it must have happened earlier on. I mean... how would her wrist have gotten broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Saki in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Is that everything here? Oh, I can look at the shower head, I guess. The water for the showers is turned off at nighttime. I feel like that's relevant, but I guess it's not. Okay. That's everything? I guess so.
It would seem...
Looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message.
I've never seen something written in blood before. Was it really her final message? It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet?
But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? "11037, I have no idea what it could possibly mean.
So...
the way she wrote numbers makes me think that she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location, while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she just must have wrote them by turning her hand towards the wall. If you're writing something in that position, you know what the result would be?
Well?
The result?
Think about it.
Makoto.
Not gonna tell me?
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain convinced.
But I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obviously not gonna tell me. Alright. That sounds like Kirigiri knows what Sayaka's dying message means. I also have no idea. Oh, I know I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, too bad I asked the programmer.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how your door to your bathroom got broken?
Broken? What do you mean I got stuck?
It's stuck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame cart right. When I tried to use it first, I thought it was just locked, but once you learn a trick to open it, opens no problem.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame then, huh?
Actually,
Actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob.
That's
the
right.
doorknob.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see what I'm talking about.
I did what Kyoki said and shut the bathroom door. Doorknob. Can I also get the dying
So then.
message? Oh, never mind. The heck? Doorknob's practically fall out. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was it's obvious this was intentional.
What, intentional? Why would someone do that?
I guess maybe they're trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing.
My bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost thought. Then, apparently, struck with sudden realization,
Just a
she shot a
second.
question at me.
I just have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that?
Well, I told Saki about it last night when we switched rooms.
So what you're saying is, you and Saki knew. Only you and Saki knew about it. Interesting.
She has slight hints of smirk on her face. And sense that she was really starting to get in all this.
That clears things up.
It clears what up?
Goodbye.
I'm lost.
Well, see you later.
As if forgetting I was ever in there, she suddenly turned on and left the room. I don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around elsewhere. I start looking where the murder weapon might have came from, and also, I start looking into the DVD Saki got. With Saki dead, I have no choice but to see if myself was in that video. On top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Alright. Let's go to the incinerator first. Let's go here and we get past.
appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room. It's full of trash, and the school eventually finds up.
How?
No,
You get
you
Skittle.
can't go any further!
Only person I clean who's allowed in.
No,
Wait,
you
wait.
can't go any further! No, you
on
can't
cleaning
go any
duty.
further!
Stupid.
No,
Fast forward
you
to around and ask the
can't go any
others.
further!
Alright. Josh these men out of the truth bullets. Let's look in the kitchen here first. Don't want to talk to Hina. Yeah, let's look at the knives. All kinds of kitchen knives. Big, small here, but looks like one of them's missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or? I'd better see if anyone knows more about this. I guess we could talk to Hina about that. She's probably been here quite a bit.
Hey.
Oh, hey, so did you notice one of the kitchen knives is
Yeah,
missing
totally.
from the dining hall?
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. Knife suddenly just disappeared like that.
Oh, so it wasn't
That's
missing from the beginning?
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a neat, nice row.
So, when did you notice one
Well-
disappeared?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen set last night, and all the knives still there. But when I finished my tea, I went back to the kitchen to wash my glass. One knife was gone.
So you're saying that the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in a dining hall?
Yeah.
In other words, you were right in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You could tell everyone that I didn't come to the dining hall last night, right? The crews didn't take it.
Hey, by the way, did you really kill Saika?
No. You know, do you really think I murdered her?
Well, I mean, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys must be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one and killing the other is a classic drama setup. And so when you set everything together, I honestly have no idea. I just want donuts.
Okay. Let's talk to Leon. Hey Leon, do you know what the 11037 means? Yeah, something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma style said that Saika was killed in your room. I can't just stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Oh, right, the nameplates haven't switched. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, they haven't switched. No, this is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Saki's name written on it. And this is Saki's room, right? But it has my nameplate on it. The nameplates in my room and Saki's room were switched. So, all that effort put in switched rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. Why would anyone do that?
Seems like...
Okay, same text before. Let's just ask Bakuya. Bakuya, can you tell me something about cleaning duty?
Such
No.
ignorance.
You're like a child lost in the woods, you know that? Tell waste space. What do you mean? Taka's the one who has interest in organizing things like that. Oh, yeah. Good point. I haven't seen the Ultimate Hall monitor. There he is. Cleaning duty today. As a matter of fact, Monokuma came in and talked to me last morning.
Listen to
Really?
me!
He probably realized I was basically in charge here, so he decided to talk to me directly. The topic of conversation was assigning cleaning duty. Oh,
That's
so you're on cleaning
wrong.
duty now? Actually, no. Okay then, who is? Fubi, who was there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away, so I let him have it. So,
Count on
he's
it.
on cleaning duty then? Indeed, but we'll solve on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be able to go too long. And when that time comes, I'll be counting on you. Fumi, is that the, Yep. I'm looking for a person on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens that Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. I mean, without someone on cleaning duty, the school will be flooded with trash in no time. So I fully applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate from the trash room.
No!
Of course. It's my job to gather all of the trash and toss it into the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. Oh, we're supposed to rotate once a week, so
Very
eventually
strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room? Am I the only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going through that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can throw our things out whenever we want?
So
That
in
does
other
seem more
words,
convenient. Actually. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. Anyone can go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted. Then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill will disappear, and things will become boring. But
Hey,
boring.
listen!
Anyway,
Hey, you
more important than
bastard!
that. Hey, fatty. Oh, why you wanted the cleaning duty gig anyway? So, I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want. So it's a big deal. Higher.
Is it?
I know he did it. He wanted it. He wanted to dig through all the world's trash, looking for, poking around at
way
it.
to think about this in a common sense kind of
What are
way.
you talking about? Oh,
know
I
what
thought this
I
was 2D. All kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you get tired 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D. The only thing good 3 is good for is a shower look at perfection of 2D. Oh, and
Give me a
PVC
break.
figures. How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're about Fumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy is cleaning duty, Saki can accompany them from picking the trash to disposing of it.
What?
What? If yours is the claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to. Oh, topic. Fumi, since you were the one cleaning you, I'm fair to ask you. What? So now you want to try my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, if you haven't helped me recover something from past trauma or save village, or beat a boss, nothing like that, I'm just hoping to get in the trash room and look around.
Got it.
Okay. So easy. If we might head down to the trash room. You'd like to be able to gate, wouldn't you? No, when I look at it, it makes me think. They say he killed his wife. He learned how to get by the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Retta, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, just please hurry up. Okay, leave it to me. If we pull out a key in his pocket and use the switch next to the gate, and then...
Mr. Naegi! Without a doubt.
You're planning to use this trash room to destroy events, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. No, I just wanted to see if the actual killer tried destroying evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe we're in a parallel world. Whatever, just let's hurry up, start looking. Alright, so we got a shirt here. A white shirt. There's something on the ground in the front of the incinerator. Looks like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece. Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? Sure. Anyway, this is... looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape is part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now look at it. There's definitely some blood on the cuff, which means... this is all that's left of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. It's not enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. This incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet. Here's the gate. Ah, it's on right now. Did you see the yellow and green buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator? It's a very simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll want to clean it by yourself, so make sure you learn how to do this before you leave, okay? Huh? Soldier on the incinerator! Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of the fairy. Fumi, do you realize what you just said? The fairy! No, the last time you were in here, the incinerator was off. Yes, how about that? I can make no mistake. If I get one more thing going, remember. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down here to check the place, and it was definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then, and since I was the only one who has keys to open the gate, it should be possible to surrender beyond yet. So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. How is that possible? I don't know, let's look at this random broken piece of vase for no reason. Or whatever it is. There's shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the button panel to turn on the incinerator. It looks like sort of glass ball. Just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Hey, is that... You know what that is? They say if you clicked all 7, I drag you up here and grant your single wish. I'm kidding aside. It's the kind of thing you might see in big city street corner. Gaze into it, and it will show you a glimpse of your future. And just like that, that girl was on a quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who could this particular ball belong to? There's one person that could be. They should still into it, and I better go find out for sure. The whole thing's quite strange indeed. When I was last year, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards were closed, weren't they?
Unforgivable!
What does that mean on me, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
I'm sure of it!
Everyone knows you did it. The mystery's been solved one by one. Sounds like it's living some comic book fantasies. Alright. Anything else in here? Not really. Alright. Hey, Hero, can I talk about something? No, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Hero, step out of it. Huh? Makoto, what are you doing here? What? This is familiar. Huh? That's a crystal ball. It's all smashed. What the hell? I bought this because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. That's how to break. Was that just made glass, not crystal? That guy totally duped me. He said it belonged to the pillars of history. It's Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said it controlled the crystal ball, controlled the world. Was that all just BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you can say the doubt this belonged to you. Oh yeah, it's mine for sure. I probably forgot in the laundry room last night. Someone came by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room. That means anybody could have found taking it. Thanks, here's all I want to know. Yeah, sure. Well, I'm most afraid to ask, but why'd you pay for that thing? Everything I saved for my fortune telling for 2 full years. It came out to like a million? A million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, so you can use the powers to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't feel bad for him. Alright. Oh, is there nothing in here? I guess not. We got a mono coin. I can talk to Fukuya, I guess, if he says anything relevant.
Very strange.
So, why was Saki in your room she was killed? Good because you're the culprit? Nope. Saki and I switched rooms last night. You even tried to hide the suspicion on his face. Even when you say it's the absolute truth, you're still responsible for death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if you hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Saki is killed is because I stressed to switch rooms. She's dead because of me. Then, it should be me that died. What we can all say right now is a possibility. If that's really true, then Alright, that's not relevant at all. What's left? Oh, right, the DVD. It's a DVD player. Do I need to get the DVD from somewhere? Can we get into Saki's room? Oh, we can, okay. Alright. Yep, there's DVD. Alright. Alright, Trees see it's on DVD player. DVD socket in the garbage, blah blah. Alright. Switch batteries there. Okay. Image slowly appeared. It looks like some sort of concert. And standing on stage, front center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sakia. She was there along with friends she said had been all important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of a crowd so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except the fact that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then the voice I come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Mizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly, the screen went dark. And the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sakia had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But I noticed even more than that. With the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Alright. Without warning, video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? It's like a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say that he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, not everyone else in the world must be going crazy. What kind of person takes things this far? And here we go. We're finally across trial.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started,
Alright, I can finally stop voice act for the next, 3 hours.
It's time for
2-3
the
hours.
long-awaited
Because I believe everything in these
class
trials are voice acted.
trial. Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Alright. Let's finally do the actual video game part of this video game. Alright. That's where I have to go. Red door on the first floor. You're late. We were waiting for you, Makoto. I bet you're probably afraid to be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
I love how she keeps calling us a murderer. It is great. It is great. Let's not jump to clues just yet. Say that for the class trial. We will reveal all the details of Makoto's crime. So they're convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Alright. I guess talk to Gary. Alright. Let's get this started. Yep, let's get this started. I can talk to Leon, I guess. What's he have to say?
I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm kind of rescue you all from here on out. I mean, you did do your job. You're not wrong. Let's do it. I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well, then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite
Makoto.
right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. Because you're the main character. I don't care that, like, I'm like some detective or something. But that's fine. Because if you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Saki's death. Didn't need someone else to tell me that. Saki's honor, I swear I'll find who the killer is. I raised a voice, trying myself courage. I turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already at the elevator when I finally stepped in. The doors closed, and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy, clunky sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time has finally come. Rather than that, it is not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment. Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. He finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it just feel like a real courtroom? Like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close, just total shit.
Well now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up. Well, we did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which meant it was easy for anyone to transfer their attention and ease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yeah. Might as well save. We'll see if we get this entire class trial in 2 hours. Yeah, what skills do we have? Sure. Increases damage if the opponent's statement is destroyed. Effective during bullet time battle. Okay, and that's it. Alright, let's do the class trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Yeah.
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
It is a power of 2, you know, makes things nice.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble.
That won't be relevant
First
at
up
all.
is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin!
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found out, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. But this is just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. I mean, sure, we'll hear more, I guess. I don't actually know the controls of this. As things progress in a class trial, you'll engage a number of non-stop debates. During discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth the lies and contradictions buried in their statements. What this means is you have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. And any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded through cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, and then fire Y. Okay. Pay close attention to the character statements, and use truth bullets to blast the right ones. If you're out of time, you'll automatically fail, so please be careful. If you use the menu button during this class arguments, you can view the controls, and well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
I need to see if I can get
In
the
the bathroom.
voice volume louder.
So it
They're real
seems
quiet.
most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Well, I mean,
No, it's wrong.
she didn't have a chance to resist?
Just a second, Chihiro.
Like,
Try to
seriously,
remember
Chihiro?
how my room looked.
Alright, let me see if I can... I guess not, oh well.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
I agree with you,
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
I mean, what do we expect? Because, I mean, she was in the gym the entire
Next is
time.
the subject of the murder weapon.
What, the thing that was in her chest? Okay.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Okay. We determine what was used to kill Sakia. I don't know. What was used to kill her? Kitchen knife set? Okay.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
I seem
How
to
could
see that
anyone
contradiction
do
there,
something
but
like that?
let's just go through
Son
just
of
to
a
make
bitch.
sure. Well, it's one truth bullet and one orange statement. Going
So
to guess
what was
that's
used
it.
to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had.
No, it's wrong.
I mean, at least Chihiro, wasn't at the crime.
No.
You were.
I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's
Yeah.
right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
That's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere there just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. Yeah, 'cause, the protagonists of these games have never killed anyone, ever. Because, if we were controlling the character, how could we have killed somebody? I mean, that being said, Danganronpa 3, it's cool you get to play as a female character. Really cool. Sure, let's learn more about the non-stop debates. You can concentrate by holding the right bumper. Concentrate to slow time down, light play close, touch more insane. On top of that, you can steady your aim and make easier tech reach. Blah blah. Focus gauge. Oh, okay. Tina's account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall.
We always count.
And
Let's
then
figure
he
something
went and
else.
stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
Alright, another time there's one truth bullet and one orange statement.
So I guess there's
wonder
no
which one's
question
gonna be.
that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. It was in the
No, it's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all night's still there. But when I finished tea and went back to the kitchen glass to wash the glass, one knife is gone. Yep.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
Yeah, but did you see anyone go to the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this?
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it
there's
together?
no reason to do
and
that.
lying to protect each other.
Because if that's true, well, she dies.
Idiot swimmer girl! Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Yeah, totally.
What
No
if
one
they
ever
did
worked
work
together.
and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops, did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Sakura. Okay.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Because asking someone to stay in a room with you in a killing game, where, you know, they could easily just kill you, is a great idea. There are no flaws to that whatsoever.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's
Shimaru.
Unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you,
boy.
then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because... they're not here anymore.
Oh. Someone who's not here. Are they talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall.
Oh.
And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka. Okay, the first knife kitchen was... Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
Even if you kill someone in self-defense, you've killed someone. Congratulations, you're the blackened.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken
Which
from
means
her,
you're dead.
and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, no, that is true.
See? He did do it after all.
Forgot we hadn't killed Makoto yet.
You're wrong!
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Yeah, if I do something, they're gonna blame me for murder. Don't they understand? It's like me. Everyone's gonna die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer. Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I don't, actually. First, Hangman's Camp's about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Sure. Alright. Hangman's trial could take place. There's the point of this to reveal a most important phrase relevant to the incident in question. You have to deduce from the phrase from the letters flying around and letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim, press the Y button to shoot the desired letters. Aim shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If it reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Good luck to have fun. Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That's here, crucial point. We can't figure. Oh. Okay, well. I don't know. If we can't figure out what that something is. Is it hair? Yeah, it is hair, okay. Is it just shoot the letter? It's not combine them anymore? Okay. Right, this is the first version of Hangman's Gambit. Okay.
Now I understand.
I've not played that minigame in 10 years.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
But Sayaka's dead in the bathroom. I think it's pretty obvious
That
she's
makes
been
sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Hey, we're finally
Are you
cleared.
sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember
Never mind.
anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you
Yeah, the
remember,
broken doorknob.
Makoto?
The killer struggled to get in the bathroom, and the evidence to prove that is the object the killer broke. The broken doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
What, break down the door that doesn't have a lock?
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then.
He probably doesn't,
Let's
actually.
take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kilo says it's a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice first, but he's at the key point here. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Sure, are you bringing throwing the white noise? From here on out, no response will start going up. And how many weak spots there are, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use the truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you also lower your trust in everyone, and you will take damage. Okay. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies and contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
I'm assuming the door is locked.
First attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Yep.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
Yes, give me that.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know
okay.
the answer.
It's just the door's locked.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
The game just gives us the answer.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main
straight up,
room.
alright.
She then fled into the bathroom.
I guess this is the first trial and tutorial trial.
Then the killer ran after her.
Still.
And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, it's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes. Yes. Now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Because the door didn't open?
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Well, they didn't.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The nameplate switch. The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked because they didn't actually know that the door couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime is that they didn't know that this was my room. Right? Am I reading that right? Yeah, they didn't know it was my room. They thought it was Saki's room.
I got it!
Okay, so make sure I was reading that
Killer
right.
must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
Well, the nameplate's still switched.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening.
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Like, okay. This guy must be really bad at video games, apparently.
What happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
That is a brilliant idea. Let's do that.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
You're one to speak.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
That is a good question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
So if we can unscrew the doorknob to the bathroom and pick it that way... I don't think so much into it.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me something particular, because how frightened she was. The answer's right there. There's no way Saki would let someone in because... That's a good question. I assume to be why did we switch rooms? But that's not really... Oh, hold on. Sakuroji asked Makoto to switch rooms with her when someone attempted to force the way into her room, and then she became frightened. That makes sense to me. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Still probably no. No, 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 no. Alright, switching rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's someone I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room,
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
God, sounds like you're a detective or something. No, that
When
can't be
you
it.
write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means Only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write it?
Yeah, we wrote it.
No,
Yep.
I didn't.
We totally wrote it.
What? Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then, that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Sure.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
I mean, technically, everybody here is 2D.
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well.
Not
then.
really.
Pay attention.
Alright, still just the one truth bullet. Dorm plates. Dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Okay. She went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is, well, that's because that has to be because of what got switched between my and Sayaka's rooms. Yeah, I know that's
Sayaka
which
and
one's
Makoto
gonna be.
switched rooms, correct?
So that's true.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
It does.
I see.
So
So
this
if
third
someone
one.
read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, it's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
Clearly it was Chihiro. It was Chihiro.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
In 5 minutes, see you in my room. Check nameplates, make sure you're in
She
the room, okay?
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
No.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever
We do?
she invited over is the culprit!
Well, I mean, yeah.
No, that is true.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me.
Sure.
There was a sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Well, the gold on her... The reason I know Sayaka's wrist is broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Yeah, the gold on her wrist.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword!
Yeah.
Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Come into my room. And we'll let Sayaka's death, that's when you make clear. Well, there's more to learn about non-stop debates. We're gonna learn about white noise. I can use these non-stop debates. Starting with the next debate, I'll be loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like the weak spots, only one of these bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you ever come with the wrong combination, you will take damage. You can press the left bumper to rotate the cylinder, and choose the bullet you wish to fire. Press and release the left bumper to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the left bumper, then use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if you have logic difficulties of the kind, fewer bullets will go into your cylinder. For purpose this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Replica sword, knife, kitchen knife set, replica sword. So the sheath, and then the sword itself, and then
broke out.
Okay.
The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
Sword-based sneak attack?
My zoner's wrist.
Don't think so.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed
What?
her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
If the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Okay, so it's from the sheath.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
Sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her.
I think it's the first one.
And that's
The
exactly
sword-based
what
sneak
happened.
attack, because that doesn't make sense.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword...
Yes.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Yep.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
Yeah, because she totally grabbed the kitchen knife and then just, you know,
So
let
she grabbed
it
the
sit there
sword
for
to
no
defend
reason.
herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
Yeah, totally.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Because they attacked her with the knife, and then, you know, once they got the sword, like, this sword has more attack points. Let's use that and, you know, break her
Sorry,
wrist.
but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of her body that shows that she never used the sword. If you want to use the sword, which part of the body would have to touch it? Her palms, right?
I got it!
Yeah.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
The glitter.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into
Water's
the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
How did you know?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Saki could have washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens during to the bathroom at nighttime. The water was off. She was afraid of water. Yes.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime.
Weird, but a lot.
Right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
That's not something you should admit to, but alright.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to been the one without the sword. Yeah, Saki did it. Would have had to been the one without the sword, yeah. And Saki didn't have the sword, so...
got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason
That's
she
a
wanted
weird way
to
of
switch
saying Makoto.
rooms
But
was so
alright.
that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility,
Yup.
is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
Does it?
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
Well, that's a game of hearsay.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable
And
of
you're
that
not wrong.
kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
No, she just planned everything out without planning anything out.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Yep.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to find out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. I mean, there's a random phone code we have. Maybe we can get into Sayaka's phone. Maybe she took pictures of the murderer. 11037.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Is it really that?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one
That's
more
not a
time.
lie.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna
Fast
die!
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues.
No, that's wrong! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, dining. We're going to the dining hall after this.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037.
Which is weird,
Written
because,
in her own
we are
blood.
Japanese.
There must
Not
be a
sure why we're
clue
using
about the
English
killer hidden in
characters,
there.
It's not Greek. Arabic? Yeah, Arabic characters.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove that. Left index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had that could only be because she
Technically,
used
someone
that
could have
finger to write the message.
Grabbed her Is that a broken wrist? No, it's not. So, regardless, someone could have taken her hand, dipped it in the blood, and then wrote a message. Technically, that's possible.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
God, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
How is that relevant?
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
What?
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
Okay.
Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
No.
Ah, you're right.
Nope.
The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Well, what does that mean? No 37?
Whoa.
Like, that's not
You might have
47.
finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037,
that was a joke.
Doesn't make any more sense than before.
God dang it. It's...
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Thank you. Rotate it? You can rotate it?
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
I don't know, I think it's supposed to Chihiro. Are you gonna turn on my screen 180 degrees? Nope, you're not.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's
No,
guys.
it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
Oh, we're
You know
jumping
what
out
I'm
already.
talking about, right, Makoto?
Wow.
The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yes, that man tried to get rid of. Yeah, his shirt strap.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine.
Are there?
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That
I guess,
alone isn't enough.
Fukuya does.
But there are
kind
some
of.
other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of Button-Up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. How, where, when? I have no idea. Can I save? Nope. How, where, when?
I got it!
Okay, it's how. Okay.
If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room,
I mean,
right?
you threw the vase or the crystal ball at the
And
thing.
obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
That's wrong. It's gonna be another way to use the incinerator without being the one cleaning duty. And that's exactly proves that Leon is the real killer. Crystal ball. Yep.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
I mean, that's true.
The only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
That is true.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
Technically true,
Which means
but
the
probably
only
not.
possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
There's absolutely a way to use the incinerator without using the trash room key. The killer was able to turn the incinerator by using something I found on the ground nearby.
The key to the trash
room. Ultimate baseball player abilities.
Whoever was on
because
cleaning
people
duty
that are good at
must have had
baseball
it,
can
right?
throw balls really well.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close in order to do...
No, that's wrong! Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but...
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was, I mean, he threw it. Yes, he rolled it at the switch. Honestly, I think Divine would be a better idea than rolling at it, but he threw it.
Got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Yeah, 30 feet's just too big of a distance.
Absolutely.
How far is the
Possible?
Patreon from home plate?
I don't think so.
What?
Because the killer
50?
is...
Oh, it's obviously the ultimate fanfic creator.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Yeah. It's alright, Matt, Snowy.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make this
right?
crime perfectly clear.
Not Makoto.
And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
The closing is about to begin. Sure, might as well. Every case has at least one last element to bring class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll be a complete summary of the case. You have to reduce the flow of events in the case to form in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic book there are several pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. If you take aim at one of the missing pieces and press the A button, look out! You'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. And of course, my stream element is over the extra timer here, so I can't see how much time I've got, but I assume it's a lot. Wait. My room was the scene of the crime. The incident began when I entered the room. Yep. Agree with that. Okay. I mean, that makes sense to me. You know, she grabbed the knife and then she uncovered it to attack the person. And you see a knife-wielding maniac. Where you suddenly grab and block the knife-wielding maniac, I guess. And then, once she's completely dazed and stunned, because she didn't expect you to block the knife-wielding maniac, you hit her on the wrist, which caused her to... I don't know what that is. But I think that's gotta be it. Makes sense to me, sure. So she panicked, went to the bathroom. I mean, that makes sense to me. Leon tried to pick the door whilst she's nervous, I guess. And I guess that's the door opening. He comes in. She's scared. She gets stabbed. And then... well, Leon's there, so I guess that's when she's writing the, wait. I feel like her eyes wouldn't be that wide open if she's already written the message and been stabbed. Though, then again, she's been stabbed there, so I don't know why her eyes are that wide open. Or what else I quit there. What's this stuff? It might help if I knew how to read from right to left. But I don't. I don't know what panel that is. I have no idea. I mean, I guess there could be extra panels. I genuinely don't remember. Does that makes sense to me if that's written there? It's like she's been stabbed. I guess that's her dying while she's walking away. I assume that's when you found the lint roller. Throw it away. I have no idea what that panel would even pretend to be. Well, I guess I'll find out if we're wrong.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. Here's exactly what happened. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
Oh, that's on the mantle. Yeah. Oh.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been...
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
What more evidence do we need? I have the evidence. Your first bullet time battle's about to begin. Yes, I'd like to hear more. Alright, so during class start, your opponent will simply won't want to hear what you have to say. If this happens, you'll engage them in a head-to-head battle. We prefer this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB, BTW. During BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in the time frame of the rhythm. Oh boy, it's rhythm-based. Match your button presses with the tempo marker as you move across the screen and reach the center. Press the A button to lock on to quote a statement. Destroy a statement you've locked on with the Y button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Use consecutively and start a combo. Keep this going, and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down. When tempo changes, so does time for each button, so watch out for that. That's what tempo means. Deal enough damage to your opponent, and the weak spot will appear. At this point, you press the Y button to shoot it down with the truth bullet, just like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough, and you'll come out victorious. Switch to the core, your influence gauge. If your influence gauge hits 0 or you're out of time, you will fail. Good luck, have fun.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something of their own. Oh yeah, they're
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
I have to show instant evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied!
Oh, I hate
Where's your
this.
proof? You kidding me? Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Okay.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Indeed we are. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, we got 7 medals for that. Oh, jeez, okay.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Alright. Yay! He gets to die now. Woo! Oh, I gotta do voice acting again? Oh, looks like you got it right in the money. The black in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a sec. Leon? Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? Sayaka? I don't believe that
You
at all.
son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch, what the hell's wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was killed or be killed.
That's why...
I killed her
None
first.
of you are any different!
Oh, one more second, you'd be staying here too. It was a quick chance I landed up like this. I was unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
Wait, you expect just accept my death? Everything's come clear. This decision we made is after all. But when we think about it, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with is really the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's because of that video. Even I could handle what I saw there. It was her. If I was her, and that video actually had something to do with me, I couldn't even imagine. And then we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else her dreams, their friends. I've seen something like this happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I meant it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once dead, that's it. Boy, howdy. Your chemistry must sure be terrifying, eh? I mean, to try to kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and loving outside, but inside, she descended to pure madness. What did you say? I understand. I really do. Yep. You're not a spare, thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love, the stronger those feelings, the stronger spirit they collapse. Stop screwing with us. It's not your fault. Sayaka's being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's not your fault. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kirigiri latched my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure wouldn't leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you'll need to let it go for now. Damn it. That was a close one. I'm sure you're giving me a good old walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magically revealed the identity of the killer during the last trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
That's
Yeah,
it?
that's it. I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Okay?
How exactly is that self-defense? When you first went into her bathroom, did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back and broke into the bathroom and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had a number of chances to stop what you are doing, but you simply chose not to. It is not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder.
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh!
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you not understand? I can't say Leon's slow to blame. Of course. I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because one blame is him. For you, this never happened to Sayaka or Leo. We should be fighting each other. We should fight against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Oh, did you wake your sense of justice? Well, it sounds like there's nothing more unethical than one unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that project war over the world. Is that some kind of justice that's waking within you? Just shut up. Oh, okay. Well, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to where everyone's waiting for. The punishment.
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey!
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands
Stop,
it.
please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
Alright. For the ultimate baseball star, Leon Kawada.
No!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Yay!
No!
Oh, he's 3D now. Look at that. Nope, no one else is. Oh, never mind, it's 2D again. 1,000 blows. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if you can't call it that, what else can we call it?
Extreme!
Extreme! Man, I'm trying to come after you right now. What's going on?
I can't take it.
We really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Hey, hope you don't like it. All you gotta do is spread cold ties to the outside world, except living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get it on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. What the fuck's going on with all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? He makes like some dark awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, some dark awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
Also, to put in my understanding of stern citizen like me, such a cruel ordeal.
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. You're trying to put a mile on a scale. I don't think that's possible. I don't think I see what you're saying, but I am saying quite fit together. Shit, piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass to the ground. You must hate me to be so angry, huh? If you do that, you're parking up the wrong tree. What happened? Because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? And no matter time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Worse, you can't cut free of the outside world, being trapped in this place. You're trapped, are you? I'm sure once you all learn the mysteries of school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, it's wonderful that we all get to live here forever.
What does this mean?
And what are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel there's a deeper meaning hidden there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's give it to the Black's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you said everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, that's everything I gotta say. I need to save some more fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare that turned into reality. After he's gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just started to lose sense of time. We're all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were all stone. Their voices dead. But in that moment...
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved close to my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Psyche, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it all out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Psyche betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool of becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Psyche meant double-cross you,
That is a fact that you can never change. But even at the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However,
even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. But what?
so...
The fact she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves that. If she didn't care about what happened to you, she would never have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back to the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think so it was. She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitant attracted failure. Right. It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths. That's... I could never do that. No. I'm gonna carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past them like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them for forever. I'll kill their memories wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. I should say that. She revealed a small smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you not want to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well... I'm psychic.
What?
Kidding, that's a pretty good intuition. There we go. That's the end of Chapter 1. It was a very short class trial. Now we're down to 12. Alright. See ya. Oh, we got a despair bat. Cool. Yep, let's save here. And then we'll call it an episode. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next one for Daily Life Chapter 2 here. And yeah, the goal here is to, you know, do an episode for Daily Life, an episode for Daily Life. Don't know how long I keep that up for. I assume that Daily Life should be pretty doable, but the class trials only get longer. So we'll see, I might need to break it up into the Daily Life, the investigation, and then the class trial. But we'll see. We shall see. Alright. But yeah, that's going to be this episode of Danganronpa here. I'll see you guys next one. Until then, peace.